Samsung Galaxy A54 5G is offering premium features, extended battery life, and a stylish package that costs a fraction of flagship phones. It boasts a 6.4-inch Full HD Plus Super AMOLED display that can reach a dazzling 1,000 nits of brightness. It also sports Gorilla Glass 5 on both the front and back, and it flaunts an IP67 certification, embracing the floating camera design seen in Samsung's flagship models. The A54 runs on Exynos 1380, with 6GB or 8GB of RAM, and offers either 128 or 256 GB of storage, expandable up to a whopping 1TB. Real-world performance is fine for most users, provided you're not after high-end gaming. This phone handles media streaming, multitasking, and photography with ease. Samsung takes pride in the A54's impressive 5,000 mAh battery, larger than the batteries in the Galaxy S23 and S23 Plus. It can deliver up to 2 days of use, paired with 25-watt fast charging. When it comes to cameras, the A54 ditches the megapixel race. Instead of a 64-megapixel main camera, it opts for a 50-megapixel sensor with larger pixels, better autofocus, and optical image stabilization. Alongside that, you get a 12-megapixel ultra-wide, a 5-megapixel macro camera, and a 32-megapixel front-facing camera. It's a versatile setup, great for casual photography and social media sharing. Plus, it comes with built-in support for apps like Snapchat and offers up to UHD resolution at 30 FPS for video. On the software side, Samsung brings the big guns. The A54 enjoys the same software commitment as its flagship siblings, with 4 years of OS updates and 5 years of security updates. This means it will have a longer software life compared to most rivals in its category.
The Galaxy A16 5G is unquestionably a modern Samsung phone. You can spot its distinctive design language a mile away. And when we say distinctive, we are more or less talking about the triple vertical camera arrangement on the back without a unified camera island. The back of the phone is made of plastic, and so is the middle frame. Now slimmer than any of its A-series predecessors, the Galaxy A16 is built to be pocket-friendly as well as comfortable to hold. In terms of ingress protection, the Galaxy A16 5G gets an IP54 rating, which is fairly basic. The phone boasts a larger 6.7-inch Super AMOLED display. With a full HD plus resolution and a 90 Hz refresh rate, the display offers vibrant colors and good brightness levels, making it suitable for media consumption and everyday use. Powered by the MediaTek Dimensity 6300 chipset, or the Exynos 1330, the Galaxy A16 5G ensures smooth performance for basic tasks such as browsing social media and streaming. The phone also supports 5G connectivity, offering faster internet speeds and better network reliability. The Galaxy A16 5G features a triple camera setup on the back, including a 50-megapixel main sensor, a 5-megapixel ultra-wide lens, and a 2-megapixel macro lens. The main camera captures detailed photos in well-lit conditions, while the ultra-wide and macro lenses add versatility for different types of shots. The device is powered by a 5,000 milliampere battery, providing excellent battery life for a full day of usage. It supports 25-watt fast charging, allowing for quick top-ups when needed. However, the charging speed may not be as fast as some competitors in the same price range. The Galaxy A16 5G runs on Android 14 with Samsung's One UI core, offering a user-friendly interface and a range of features tailored for efficiency and customization. Overall, the Samsung Galaxy A16 5G is a solid entry-level 5G smartphone that offers a balanced mix of performance, battery life, and camera capabilities. It is well suited for users looking for an affordable device with 5G connectivity, reliable performance for everyday tasks, and a decent camera setup. The Galaxy A25 shares the same design cues as many modern Samsung phones, featuring rounded corners and mostly flat sides. While the Galaxy A25 doesn't use the high-end materials found in the pricey Galaxy S24, it still feels premium and comfortable to hold, thanks to its smooth edges. The front is protected by a slightly raised Gorilla Glass 5 panel, and the plastic back is slightly inset. It doesn't have an official IP rating for dust and water resistance, which is expected at this price point. The buttons are sturdy and responsive, and the fingerprint sensor is quite reliable. The 6.5-inch AMOLED display offers a default refresh rate of 120 Hz. The screen performs well indoors and is generally bright enough for outdoor use, although direct sunlight can sometimes pose a challenge. Powered by Samsung's Exynos 1280 chip, the A25 includes 6 or 8 gigabytes of RAM and 128 or 256 gigabytes of internal storage, expandable via microSD card up to 1 terabyte. With this configuration, the A25 still performs everyday tasks like web browsing, emailing, and media playback smoothly. App launching and switching are fluid without causing lag. The Galaxy A25 features a triple camera setup on the rear, a 50-megapixel main camera with optical image stabilization, an 8-megapixel ultra-wide camera, and a 2-megapixel macro lens. The front-facing camera is a 13-megapixel shooter. By default, the 50-megapixel main camera uses pixel binning to produce 12-megapixel images. Overall, colors are slightly oversaturated but appear more natural compared to older Samsung models. The main camera performs well across various conditions, including dimly lit indoor environments, where it maintains good detail and color fidelity. The 8-megapixel ultra-wide camera follows the same color profile as the main camera. The viewfinder may show more distortion than what's visible in the final images, although some edge warping remains. The 2-megapixel macro camera captures detailed close-ups. For video, the rear camera can capture 4K video at 30 frames per second, providing excellent color and detail, although image stabilization isn't as effective at this resolution. The Galaxy A25 includes a 5,000 milliampere battery capable of 25-watt wired charging. In our battery tests, in which we stream HD video at full brightness, the A25 lasted an impressive 13 hours and 10 minutes. So battery life is pretty good. Overall, the Samsung Galaxy A25 offers a large and bright OLED screen, all-day battery life, good everyday performance, and excellent imaging capabilities for an affordable price. If you're in the market for a mid-range phone that doesn't skimp on the essentials, the Samsung Galaxy A35 might just be up your alley. The Galaxy A35 has a glass back, giving it a more upscale vibe than plastic models. It's a bit hefty, but it feels solid. Plus, it's got an IP67 rating, so it can take a splash or two. The 6.6-inch Super AMOLED display is a feast for the eyes, with colors that pop and a smoothness that keeps everything flowing beautifully, thanks to that 120 Hz refresh rate. Whether you're watching your favorite show or swiping through your gallery, the visuals are just a delight. Powered by Samsung's Exynos 1380 processor, the Galaxy A35 delivers decent performance for everyday tasks. While it may not be the fastest chip on the block, it handles most apps and games without significant lag. The camera setup includes a 50-megapixel main camera with OIS, an 8-megapixel ultrawide, and a 5-megapixel macro lens. The main camera captures detailed photos with good dynamic range, though low-light performance could be better. The ultra-wide and macro cameras are adequate for casual photography. You can record 4K videos at 30 FPS, and the quality is good enough for this price range. The selfie camera on the Samsung Galaxy A35 is quite a performer in its class. It's equipped with a 13 megapixel sensor that can capture detailed and natural looking selfies. What's impressive is its ability to record 4K videos at 30 FPS, which is a feature not commonly found in mid-range smartphones. This makes the Galaxy A35's front camera a great tool for vloggers. The camera also supports features like portrait mode, offering decent subject separation and background blur to make your selfies stand out. The 5,000 milliampere battery is a standout feature. It'll last you all day and then some. And with 25-watt fast charging, you won't be tethered to an outlet for too long. It runs Android 14 with Samsung's One UI 6.1, which is user-friendly and offers a bunch of customization options. In a nutshell, the Galaxy A35 is a solid phone for the price. It's not going to blow your mind, but it's reliable, has a great screen, and the battery life is a major plus. It's worth considering if you want something that covers the basics without draining your wallet. The Samsung Galaxy A55 is offering a premium experience at a more affordable price. It's arguably the most high-end mid-range phone from Samsung so far. The A55's design is heavily influenced by Samsung's flagship phones. The company has completely ditched plastic in favor of an aluminum frame and Gorilla Glass Victus Plus on both the front and back. The metal frame is flat with no curves on the edges of the display or back panel. It's comfortable to hold and use, whether with one hand or two. It's also water and dust resistant, and there's not much to complain about. Well, except for the bezels around the display, which are as big as they were on the Galaxy A54 and make the phone look bigger than it needs to be. The A55 decided to go big with a 6.6-inch display. It's got a Super AMOLED panel that's bright, crisp, and great for all your video needs. The screen provides a great viewing experience with colors that look mostly natural in wide viewing angles. The display is bright enough for both indoor and outdoor use, and it's good for watching both SDR and HDR content. The auto brightness could use some tweaking though. Indoors, it tends to play it safe and keep things dimmer than you might like. The Galaxy A55 has a triple camera setup with a 50 megapixel main rear camera, a 12 megapixel ultra wide camera, a 5 megapixel macro camera, and a 32 megapixel front camera. Overall, the main camera works well. Photos taken during the day have good detail and dynamic range, and night shots are cleaner because of the strong noise reduction. The A55 doesn't always turn on night mode automatically when it should, so it's best to switch to night mode manually in those cases. The ultra-wide camera is great in daylight, but not that good in low light or at night. The macro camera is limited by its low resolution and lack of stabilization, making it hard to take steady photos without something to rest your elbows on. It's a shame that Samsung still isn't including zoom cameras in its mid-range phones. You can record 4K videos at 30 FPS. The video quality is decent in daylight. The selfie camera hasn't changed in 4 years, but it still gets the job done, especially in good lighting. When it comes to performance, the Galaxy A55 stands out from its predecessors. It's equipped with the Exynos 1480 chipset, boasting impressive specifications, including a GPU with AMD's RDNA graphics architecture. It appears Samsung has ramped up its efforts in software optimization, which pays off with the A55 delivering a user experience that's both fluid and responsive. This phone comes with the latest Android 14 operating system and Samsung's One UI 6.11. This software duo ensures a smooth interface that's easy to navigate. The battery life on the Galaxy A55 is quite impressive. It comes with a 5,000 milliampere battery. The charging speed isn't the fastest. Overall, the Galaxy A55 is a strong contender in the mid-range market, offering a good balance of design, display quality, camera performance, and battery life. It's a smart choice for those who want a phone that feels premium and performs well without the flagship price tag.